Feature Friday.
The freshest. Alright, so this is Andrew E. and his song.
Actually rapping, because last time he wasn't.
Yeah, he was just vibing.
vibing.
He was the ultimate vibe, alright? And
I'm so happy that people actually enjoyed it as well, because the arrangement there was new to a lot of people.
Oh, it's just freaking fire. And the
Even-
whole crew just killed it.
Even people that knew who Andrew E was, that arrangement that we watched was very different to everything else that everyone has watched before. So
nice.
That's awesome. We like that. That's Feature Friday, dog. So this is Alabang.
Alabang Girl.
Alabang Girl.
Yeah.
By Andrew E.
Yep.
2020, dog.
Yeah, this happened in not long ago, and it's actually live, like in the festival environment, like on
Very nice.
on screen.
Go on.
What I mean on stage. Freaking hell.
He's actually very good at freestyling as well, even in English.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Woo! Cool! I love it!
Damn,
One for the trouble, two for the bass.
we're gonna motherfucking rock this place. New York. Where was this?
I don't know where it was, but it's definitely the U.S. Up Sunken Gardens.
Very
You've been-
nice. That's good that he was gigging.
Oh,
in,
it wasn't the U.S. I thought it was in the U.S., but it's not.
That's class that he was gigging in 2020. What was that? Oh, it was February, so it was before
just
the end of the world.
just before everything went.
Zombie
Goodbye.
apocalypse mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heyo!
That's how you get a crowd pumped up, dog.
Bro, how is he not sweating buckets with
He's-
a with a vest? Oh God, I wish that the audio was better because
Turn
I
it up,
could hear the highs. Bro, such a vibe.
What the fuck?
Okay, I thought it was a track, but it's not. Look at the keyboard. They're actually playing. There's a whole band. Look at over here. Look. There's a band. I thought it was a track. That's cool, man. Even the ad-libs are live. That's dope. Nice.
Bro, that beat is fucking fire.
Alabang girl.
That's crazy.
His energy is absolutely nuts.
Pause. So I'm definitely listening to the studio version after this.
Right,
But
so-
what's super, I think, important to highlight is the fact that when it comes to rap, right, you essentially want to transmit that sort of same energy, that same hype
Yeah.
to the crowd, right? But it usually does turn out messy. And what's really interesting here is, I think, probably from the fact that we saw him that he can hold a tune, he can sing.
Yeah.
So even though he has that sort of a graspy, it's very raspy and strong, and to some extent he could even do rock if he wanted to, really.
Yeah.
Like those hype men in rock.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking out, you know that.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I think it's clearly the intention with the beat
Behind it, yeah.
behind it, because it belongs the original chords to Led Zeppelin.
yes,
I was gonna,
okay.
so here's the song, like the comment that recommended this.
I knew this because what Andrew E did a lot in his career
Yeah.
was grab
Take iconic songs.
iconic songs and then add raps on top of
That's
them.
one of those songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
so
obviously
this
Led
is-
Zeppelin.
Yeah, wait, I'll tell you exactly which song it is. According to this comment, Yeah, exactly. It
Mad
says
Dog, right?
Smack Dog,
yeah. So
and
this
Led
is Mad
Zeppelin.
Dog Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
That's
so-
right.
It's a very complex riff in the guitar by Jimmy Page.
Black
Right.
Dog.
So-
yeah.
What I was just gonna say was,
Cool.
you know, even though rap is sort of like, especially live, can turn a bit messy, it is a skill and a half to sort of keep the crowd entertained and not make the sound horrible, vocally speaking. It is monotonous. It is a rap, but it's still enjoyable.
But the intention goes in the delivery, like how much of a hype man, a showman, how much of that delivery goes out.
Now, what is it more peculiar is the fact that I have thought about this before. What happens when instead, if we would give up the idea of hip hop being electronic, right, and not bringing a band live, and then even more important, what would happen if you actually had some meaningful chords and music intricacies, right, as you were to rap. So this is to some extent Exhibit A. What
That's
was to
right.
happen if you did that?
That's
Obviously,
true.
these chords and he's even smarter than I am because he's chosen songs and chords that people recognize
That
from
are
old
already
generations.
successful,
They're already
yeah.
successful, and then he adds his own value and colors and sort of power and hype behind it.
Right.
So he's a very smart man, but certainly a skillful man, just as he is intelligent.
That's right. I totally agree. I think actually you can see it in his lyricism too. According to your guys' information about him, he is very smart on the way of writing. So there's a lot of double meanings,
Lyrical, I would
and
imagine.
he's very lyrical. So there's a lot of depth to his craft, right? Speaking structure wise, but this song is also the title track for a movie that he stars in.
Really?
Yeah, and it's called Alabang Girl.
Oh, let me see the translation. Alabang girls lyrics
Girls.
English. Wonder what Alabang means.
Mhm.
Alabang means, I don't know.
Let me search it up. You give me the lyrics, I'll search
I have
up.
it.
Okay.
I have the lyrics, man.
Okay, what is it?
I don't know. I don't know what
What do
Alabang
you mean?
means.
But I want to know the lyrics.
I can translate it to Espanol. Oh, it means let's do this.
Alabang.
Yeah, like yes, girls,
Girls,
let's do this.
this.
I think.
Okay.
I have no idea. Wow, I translated it in Spanish. Yeah, Alabang, it translates it to Alabang, so it must be like a expression.
Oh, maybe like an expression. Okay, I see.
What is that song that Jada has? That's Malabang.
Malabang usapan?
Oh, ma, no a.
No.
Well, let us know what that means. But I do have the lyrics here, so maybe at the end we can check out the lyrics.
Maybe we'll do. And if you pay attention, his delivery and like breath control is really stable, but because he's not jumping around, he's a very clever performer.
Smart.
He's injecting people with energy without having to exert much himself, which is it comes with a lot of years of practice. He understood that without jumping, you can still, carry that packed like energy packed performance.
You can jump, not while you sing.
That's
or
right.
not while you rap.
Yeah,
that's
that's
just the
totally
rule.
true. Yeah. But you see, there's a lot of energy and very little physical movement. Alabang girls.
Look at him.
Hey,
Yeah, I told
bro,
you he's sweating
I
though.
knew it was gonna be too hot. Hey, Alabang girls. We're the vibe.
Bro, I love that beat. It's a joke. He's so smart.
Nice, he is clever. That is fire. Alabang girls. Hey, Alabang girls.
Joke. Even where the Alabang girls goes, It's cool as fuck, and the
just-
crowd even knows that it's not on tempo.
Yeah, because it's like syncopated to the riff of the guitar.
Alabang girl.
So it's actually in like the in between bars.
Yep.
It's so clever, and everybody's singing along to it without even having to think about it.
Again, I think he's very smart. Well,
He
you know,
is very clever.
and it's also awesome to see him, still perform basically last year.
That is awesome. I bet he's itching to get back on
One of
stage.
you guys sent me a video of him freestyling in English to this bunch of girls or something. There's some girls sitting at a table.
And he's like, yo.
No, and he's like, I don't know what he was saying. He's like, I'm gonna freestyle with this like things, and then it was like, what the fuck? But he actually kept, and I'm a freestyling, like, hold on a second.
Wow.
The fuck, I thought you spoke only, I thought, because it is the thing, right? You can be really good at freestyling in one language, but it doesn't mean
Yeah.
you're necessarily good at freestyling in another language.
100% agree with that.
The principles though still apply, and this comes from someone that have tried to do this in both languages. But it's easier always in your native language, your mother language.
It comes so natural, right? Because muscle memory just kind of kicks in.
I think also as well, what's difficult, what I've noticed lately, is the more sort of the language in which you're exposed to the most often and you listen to the most often, it's also then the language in which you may find freestyling easier. Because, freestyling is essentially what you have.
Right at the front of your brain, basically.
Yeah, easily disposable words.
Cadence and words.
No,
and,
words,
yeah.
right? What words, how fast can you make a story? How fast can you interlink a chain?
Right, so it's like, never mind.
Reflects.
Yeah, no, it's like,
Yeah,
it's like, yeah.
more habitual, right? And it's probably the best word would be habitual, because you want to try and make it as smooth as possible.
As
But
natural
you're
as
also
it could
trying to,
be.
if you see some of the best freestylers, like, what the hell is his name? Mac. What?
Mac Miller.
No, he does YouTube videos as well.
Oh.
He's very good at freestyling with his environment, and he notices things really fast.
It's like being quick-witted.
But you essentially, you're always rhyming with the same vowels, right? And with the
see.
same sounds. Like ass are very easy to rhyme with. Ings are very easy to rhyme with in English.
Because there's a lot of
everything,
words.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
English.
But
conjugated.
you need to be thinking in English.
Of-
Your thoughts
Well,
must
yeah.
be set in English if you speak two languages.
Yeah, but that's
That's
why
what
he's...
that's what I mean. It's the language you're exposed to the most often. Obviously, I'm simplifying this fucking process. It is difficult, but very difficult. But it's that's what I found. It doesn't matter if your mother language, you might feel more comfortable in it. If you're not exposed to it as often, you still lose that sort of a capability of freestyling in, for example, to me, freestyling in Spanish is now harder than freestyling in English.
Wow, interesting. I
But
never really
rapping in
thought about
Spanish, I
that.
still feel way more comfortable rapping in Spanish than I feel rapping in English. Now, for Andrew E, he seems to be comfortable in both.
And I think it's because in the Philippines, the
mix
exposure to
both.
both is so... Yeah, it's first hand.
Yeah, go on.
It's so daily, right?
And he's like 53.
That guy is just a freaking energy bullet. Alabang girls. Woo! Hey.
It's actually such a
One
joke
more
beat there.
time! Alabang girls! Bro, take me to a concert of his anytime.
And the fact that he lasts that long with that tension, Jesus.
Oh, he's a great communicator with people. I mean, friggin' hell. My God, yes! What a
Dude,
fireman!
You have got to get rid of that fucking vest, you're gonna absolutely boil to death.
But he's a very clever performer though. Like he started with the same call and response just to get people like engaged in the mood, and then he like the integration of it right before the end is fantastic. It's like that call and response. It's like natural to the people now. He is a great communicator with the audience, right? He understands that in order to pack a punch and connect with your audience, you have to interact physically, make them be part of the performance, and that's something that is not often promoted. Like you see it sometimes it happens organically in concerts and stuff, and it's like, wow, it's the highlight of the concert. But when you have a performer that naturally integrates the audience, the whole concert's gonna be the highlight, not just the part where the people took the initiative, you know. And that's really clever. He's a really
I like
smart.
to think of it as like weaponizing the crowd, right?
Basically,
so using
yeah.
Well, obviously, not weaponizing the crowd, but in the sense of
Your voice is power.
you want to be
yeah.
lethal. You want to have a lethal performance.
That's right.
And you're trying to use everything in your environment as a weapon to try and maximize damage, and by damage I mean entertainment.
Yeah.
Please YouTube, please, I bet.
Talking in code so YouTube doesn't block me.
But yeah, if you're able to utilize the crowd as an amplifier of entertainment,
That's
because
right.
you can use him as part of the performance. I mean, if you think of the most iconic performances ever, think of Queen, you think of Eminem, you think of these people utilize the crowd.
Yeah, Indio Solari.
Indios. I mean, that's
that's the best example of it. Sing it. You are the voice, not me.
El Residente, yeah.
Pablo Lopez is the iconic for me.
In ways that are completely different.
BTS.
BTS is another one, right? Like if you think of Pablo Lopez, for example, he utilizes more silence and visual cues to aid the process of creating a memory. So like when people switch on, and people have done this before, it's not revolutionary, but it's special in the way that he's able to do it. People switch on the flashlights and there's nothing, it's like silent. And no more lights in the whole place. He'd be like owns the stadium. BTS, they have their light sticks, and also people know the lyrics, so they utilize that to maybe do a chorus line. Queen, it creates scatting with the crowd. It makes them become a marching band. Eminem, it makes them do all the same movement at once. So it's certainly the best performance. El Residente. I mean, El Residente would probably give everyone like bongos and make everyone play, and they would.
Do music.
Yeah, and they would know because they have good taste because they listen to him. So the best performance.
Another good example, Pablo Alborán.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he made the audience sing the whole song.
That's what I'm saying. This is what is interesting. And the original song, the original track of Alabang Girls is actually 2 minutes and 30 seconds long.
Right.
So he made it twice as long in an environment where people are actually actively taking part in the performance and actually doing quite rhythmically intricate stuff without even realizing. It's really clever.
Very cool. It's certainly like a performer to study, Andrew. It seems, and given the fact that he is one of the kings of Filipino rap, and given the live gigging culture of the Philippines, that says a lot.
Yeah. Anyways, let us know if there are any more live performances that you like us to check out, and we will.
Ciao, ciao.